Test, test. Guys, we got an empty row of seats in the front, which is the most fun seats of the night. Right here in the front. Prime seating right here. Smart family right here, taking advantage of the good seats. All right, guys, in 2 minutes, I'm gonna need your help with a countdown, okay? In 2 minutes, I'm gonna come back to the mic.
On switch, Butch, on switch.
All right, I'm gonna need help with a countdown starting at 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1. Here we go. Oh, I was a little delayed. I'm sorry. Guys, you're in for a good night. How about a round of applause for all these amazing teams that are... Y'all, we've been here since 4 o'clock last night. All of our volunteers. By the way, round of applause for our volunteers as well. It takes a whole lot of effort to get a crowd like this in the room and great projects, and we're excited for the night. We have been doing this for 7 years, since 2016. Thank you. Thank you. And this is our one opportunity where we get to brag about the work that we do all year long. So just bear with me. In the last 7 years, we have funded 28 projects totaling $140,000. And after tonight, we will surpass 30 projects funded and a total of $150,000 of private funds towards public projects, all led by citizens. How about a round of applause for that? And so I want to tell you a little bit about the work that we've done and the amazing citizens in the community, the work that they've done over the last year. And let's start off with Dave Pilon. Dave is a guy that pitched an idea last year called Inclusive Spaces. He had an idea to essentially set up sort of sitting areas at events for the special needs community. He was funded last year for a price tag of $3,000. He set up 3 sensory safe spaces. This is what it looks like at Festival, where kids with special needs, moms, children, people that just really want to escape the music and the vibrancy of all that the festivals have to offer and come and sort of retreat for a little while. Dave and his wife Ashley were recently awarded the Nonprofit of the Year in the special needs community. So let's give it up for Dave. Here is Team Inclusive Prom. If you attended the 24-hour... Do we have Inclusive Prom here, by the way? There we go. where y'all show up in style and in numbers. Look, the first inclusive prom was held in spring of 2023. It's become a staple in the community. I've already seen shares on social media that there's going to be another inclusive prom in March of 2024, currently searching for volunteers. One of the most festive and amazing events I've ever seen of inclusivity. So let's give it a round of applause for Team Inclusive Prom. Where's Karen Dugas? Where are you, Karen? There she is. Karen pitched last year, was funded $3,500. Her project was all about education and getting kids, or high school students rather, sort of transitioned into the college experience, and she did that by way of scholarships. After the event, she had a partnership actually with one of our backers, Noah Brandon at Unitech Training Academy. Give it up for Noah. We'll thank our backers in a little bit. She's awarded 3 of 6 scholarships, and she's got plenty more work to do. So Karen, thank you for your good work over the last year. Here's Marissa and Angela. Seed Library, also funded in November 2022 for a price tag of $2,000. If you've been into the public library downtown, right when you walk in the back corner, there is now a seed library for you to go fetch all the seeds. That's our ribbon cutting. And then Erica Fox. Erica had an idea to launch a sound lab where she wanted to capture relevant historical stories. Over the last year, she's interviewed 48 people and has plans to sort of map those interviews onto a GIS online program. So let's give it up for Erica, who couldn't make it tonight, but we wanted to know that we love the work that she's doing. This is actually a really cool story. If you were here in this building 2 years ago for the 24-Hour Citizen Project, you would have seen Team Human Library pitch their idea. Dr. Mary Farmer-Kaiser is somewhere in the audience. Where are you, Mary? Here she is. And I think this is a great story also for our teams, where Mary and her team pitched, and they didn't get funded. And the event ended, and as Mary and her team were walking out, Andrew Trigg with Northwestern Mutual, who was not a backer, but just an audience member, grabbed Mary and her team and said, "I want to fund your idea." And Mary and her team went on to launch Lafayette's first human library and also rally a crowd behind their idea. They also came out, I hope I'm not oversharing, Mary. They also came out under budget, rather, and so we have plans to do another human library at some point. So let's give Mary a round of applause. Another great story, Team Tool Library last year pitched, did not get funded, but applied for a grant after the event. And this team has been crushing it. They've done tool drives, fundraisers, have sort of pivoted their project in a lot of different directions, but it's all going to come to fruition soon, and Lafayette is going to have a tool library that's mobile. Round of applause for the Tool Library team. And I got to talk about some oldie but goodie projects. Here's Team Kruder Kanai. Back in 2017, by the way, we had that event at Tesh Drugs. We took over this vacant space, and so happy to be here at ACA. They're in their 7th year, just launched their new theme for the year, Shadowverse. So we're so excited that this is a fixture in the community that was funded with just $5,000 over the last couple of years. So really proud of the Kruder Kanai team. This is a team called Creole Garçon. It is an initiative to sort of incentivize boys to come and engage in the arts community. They were funded in November of 2021 for $2,500, and they're on their 3rd year and have recruited a large number of male participants to be a part of the Creole Nutcracker that comes to our community every December. So let's give them a round of applause. I think this is our last one. This was another project from 2018, Bare Walls. Dirk Guidry who is also a staple in our community. We funded him for $2,200, and the whole initiative was about putting art in visible, obvious places in businesses. And so Dirk and his team currently have 7 artists that are participating, 944 artworks in his portfolio, 15 businesses, and $50,000 paid to artists since 2018. So that's the work that we do. So projects are a big part of the 24-Hour Citizen Project, but another element of this event is called the tunnel. Who's heard of the tunnel before? Huh? It's the best part of the 24-Hour Citizen Project. Okay, so what we're going to do, let me tell you a little bit about what we're going to do. We're going to hear from our teams in a little bit, but we're not just going to call them up on stage and they're going to walk from back. We are going to cheer them on and celebrate their idea in true community spirit every step of the way. I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to do it. It's called a human tunnel, okay? So I've got some instruction here on good form. This is the tunnel, number 1, okay? And this is our tunnel wrangler who has an emoji over his face, and I'll introduce him in a little bit. But this is good form. Straight legs, a nice arched back. We're not going to injure anybody here. Try not to bend your legs. No, don't go backwards. Not good for anybody. Don't step into the tunnel. But if you do step into the tunnel, we want you to dance. That's the only thing. All right, no tripping, no running in the tunnel, please, unless you're really excited. It's totally okay. No laying in the tunnel. Don't turn your back on the teams, right? When the teams come down, we want to cheer them on. Look, I guess there's not a bar, so I guess this doesn't matter. But if you want to go get a drink while the teams are coming down the tunnel, I won't be mad at you. All right, high fives are certainly permitted. You could run with the teams. Don't run against the teams. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, go ahead, cue that music, Mark. Tonight I introduce to you the one and only Stephen Verrett, your tunnel wrangler. Let's go ahead and stand up. Let me see y'all do a tunnel. Hold on, go back. Go. We got to do some tunnel, but you're going to run through it. All right, everybody go ahead and stand up. Good tunnel form. That's it right there. All right, Stephen, let's see you. Yeah. All right, that's how we do it. That's how you do it. And Stephen is going to keep you honest, too. All right, that's probably one of 30 times you're going to do the tunnel. All right, Stephen, you're gonna be in charge of the teams back there and getting them down the tunnel. All right. All right, we got one other really special person that we want to introduce to you, and he's our MC of the evening. You may know him as Brandon. Others call him DJ Digital.
All right. I kind of want the tunnel entrance.
Oh, you want to?
No. We'll do it later. We'll do it later. How you guys doing? All right, so I am all of those names. Thank you guys for being here. This is amazing. So I'm also a board member volunteer for Civic Side. Missed last year. I cleared my schedule, and I don't think I could have made a better decision because this is the energy that has kept me in Lafayette. And this is the energy I think that's going to keep a lot of people here as we've got really, really special things happening tonight. So first and foremost, we got housekeeping things to get to. Now, these aren't chores. This is the good stuff. Who has on a 24-Hour Citizen Project t-shirt? If you got one, stand up if you got one. If you already have one. He's got one. Not enough people have one. We've got them in the corner if you guys want to grab one. Here's the thing. They're soft. They feel good. You could sleep in them. You can wake up in them, a step into civic duty every day. You see in the mirror, a reminder. So it's also how we do this event. It's how we raise funds. So grab a t-shirt. I promise you, worth every penny. Also, big thanks to AOC in the building. Fun fact about AOC, I terrorized Ed Bowie as a child. And that's what got me into music and then into radio. So without AOC, I don't know what I would have done. Maybe just worked it just for feet for the rest of my adult life. So thank you, AOC. They're going to be live streaming, and also they're going to capture everything tonight. So if you can, let your friends know, or maybe take your phones out and share the link and let folks know what we've got going on. So also, who else believes that this is one of the best venues, not just in Lafayette, but in the entire state? We're so lucky to have ACA here, and you may recognize him from his Twitch stream. We've got Sam Oliver, Executive Director, in the building. Sam, thank you for being here. Thank you for providing this and maintaining and fostering the culture and the arts and just the building.
Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, DJ Digital. I just wanted to say on behalf of the Acadiana Center for the Arts, it's our pleasure to host the 24-Hour Citizen Project, to have all of you here. Is it anyone's first time in the building here today? All right, give it up for the first timers. For those of you who are sitting next to a first timer, turn to them, welcome them. Thank you. Now tell them at length how they should come back and become a member of the Acadiana Center for the Arts. I'll wait. Okay. It's our pleasure to host, the Acadiana Center for the Arts is the arts council for the 8-parish region. We believe in creativity and the arts and how it creates this place that we all care about, love, and want to live in and be a part of. And, nothing is as quintessential to creativity as, seeing an idea come to fruition, from a spark in the head to an idea on a slideshow to putting it into practice. So nothing gives me more hope about the creativity in this community than the 24-Hour Citizen Project. So it's our pleasure to host them. Back to you, DJ Digital.
Check out his Twitch stream. Check him out on all socials. Sam Oliver, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we're going to get to the important part, because here's the thing. We could not have this event without our backers. Give it up for the backers. They are also, pretty much, they're a sponsor. So here's the deal. We're going to introduce our backers, and we're going to do this thing. I'm going to say their name, and they're going to stand up, and you're going to remain standing until we announce everyone. So I'm sorry to Lacey Maynard. She's our first. She's going to be standing the longest. How many of you have seen Eventual Credit Union on any community event, the logo? There's a reason. She's a veteran backer. She's been with us since 2017. I've seen her 3 times this week at community events, so she's the real deal, and thank you so much, Lacey, for being here. Yeah. Ryan Cazares, where's he at? Ryan, no stranger, right? Ryan went from being a citizen team, and now he's served as a backer. He's back again. I'm actually kind of jealous because turntables cost a lot of money, and I could imagine having a musical instrument library for me to go and get one and use it, and you're doing really special things. Ryan Cazares, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here, Doc. Joshua Dupre with CGI. Another veteran backer, by the way. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate all the support from CGI. Roya Bustani, there she is. First-time backer. Long-time fan, first-time backer. Junior League of Lafayette also representing Roya is, so thank you, Junior League. Another first-time backer. We're excited because, look, I have this really cool joke that I wrote down because I was like, how do you pronounce her name? And I was like, is it Slayton? They're like, Slayton. I'm like, so she is Dr. Lizanne came to slay Slayton. And she came to slay as another first-time backer. Thank you, Doctor. Ben Johnson, where's Ben Johnson? Techno, EAUX. Are you doing the Christmas lights this year?
Not this year, we're getting a new building.
Okay, where's it at? Are you gonna do Christmas lights when you do the new building? Okay, that's called letting me down easy. I was looking forward to it. Thank you for being such a community member, not just for Christmas lights. 3rd year here, and we've got a 10-year commitment from Ben, so thank you so much for that. Tori Williams. Hey, Tori. 2nd year backing. Tori Williams from Home Bank. We appreciate you guys. Make some noise for Tori. I've seen it all over town. I'm like, man, then I saw the shirt come into the building. Dr. Eric Knezik, ladies and gentlemen. Knezik Law, and you've seen the signs. Shout out to you. Thank you for all the work you're doing in the community, serving our community. We appreciate you. Another longtime supporter, longstanding backer, and we're grateful for you and your wife for being here. Dr. Eric Knezik, ladies and gentlemen. Erica Ray, the Schumacher Foundation. Schumacher Family Foundation, again, excited to have you again. We appreciate you. Noah Brandon with Unitech Training Academy. All right, so he was at one of those events that I saw Lacey at, except like he had dance, you were dancing to raise, so you're willing to do anything to help out the community, even those righteous dance moves. Unitech Training Academy, fun fact, Noah was actually on our outreach team in 2022, and then we converted him to a backer, so all-time quarterback over here, just doing all the things, man, and dancing. All right, so we got a couple people who could not attend, but we want to recognize them. Cade Evans, backer since 2016. Benoit and Evans. Mr. Pat Tronha was bummed. I'm like, okay, Pat Tronha. We got someone sitting in, though. We'll get to that in a bit. A long-standing backer, and also Gus Resende with Social Entertainment. But Will Labar is actually sitting in, handling the work of 3 people, ladies and gentlemen. The ultimate community proxy right here. And it's also his birthday, so I'm just going to kind of put that out there. Capital B in Labar, capital B in birthday, ladies and gentlemen. One more time, give it up for all of our backers tonight. So this is fun, right? This is a lot of fun, but we do have rules, and I'm going to go over some of the rules for the pitch. So this is the moment that we've all been waiting for. We're going to hear from our citizen teams, but a couple things just so you guys know. We'll keep everybody honest, right? So the rules that the teams have to abide by, every team is going to have 3 minutes to pitch. Now, I know TikTok's got like the girl math, Cajun math trend where like 3 minutes is going to be 3 minutes. And by the way, we've got someone, and I have to be very, very clear. Kevin Hebert. I know. I know. It's Hebert, and I'm like, they're gonna think that I'm saying the wrong thing and I've been here, but he's from Canada, and it is Hebert, and there's an I in it, and I tried to correct it, so thank you to Kevin for keeping time. A real Hebert. Like, not a Herbert, a Hebert. So thank you for coming down. He actually saw what we were doing from afar, loved it so much. He's been following 24-Hour Citizen Project, and he actually made the trip down. So we put him to work, because that's what we do. So thank you, Mr. Hebert. The backers will then, after the 3 minutes, and he's got a sign that he's going to hold up. And like I said, look, if you're 3 or something, Cajun math, there's like a 3 minutes and like a 3 minutes that he'll give them, and he'll put it up there so they'll know. But the backers will have 4 minutes of Q&A after the 3 minutes are up for each team. Once all pitches are complete, the backers are going to huddle for 15 minutes. And guys, make some noise. We're going to decide a winner here tonight. So who's ready? Who's ready to make some tunnel magic? One by one, we're going to bring them out, the citizen teams, starting right now, led by Kelly Landry. Give it up for Sensory Grooves.
Oh, stand up, baby. Stand up. Woo!
Everybody. We are Team Sensory Grooves. We are building acceptance through a silent disco for our community here of autism and special needs children. These are some statistics. 1 in 20 teens have sensory sensitivity. 1 in 2 students feel like they do not belong at school in any group. And only 52% of students go to their prom. I'm here to tell you, Acadiana has 0 sensory-friendly prom, not a dance, prom, for our students to go to. Picture this. You have the most stressful week of your life, the most stressful day. You get home, all you want to do is kick back, have a glass of wine, chill out, but you've already promised to go to the Mardi Gras parade with your family. All the sights, all the sounds, all the smells, all the feels, all the things, but you get to leave in 1 hour. This is how our kids feel every second of every minute of every day. They do not get to leave it. Let's meet Kale. Thank you. Kale's a student at our school, Education Destination. Kale came to us at 11 years old. He was bullied, shoved in trash cans, alienated from his own family and cousins because they did not understand how he wanted to play and needed to play. Kale says all he desires is the need to communicate without feeling the fear of rejection. A silent disco to him would allow him to listen to his own music without being judged. Meet Olivia. She's also one of our students at Education Destination, and she just came to us. She says, in her own words, she is made to suck it up with her sensory needs, or just ignore it. A silent disco would make her feel accepted. She desires the need to feel free from social constraints. She's also been called an idiot. Just gonna stop there. Okay. Thank you. Connecting. Their stories are tough to read. Okay. Connecting the need to 24-hour citizen project. Our unique community at our school dreamt it. We collaborated with 24 Hour, we pitched it, they said yes. And here tonight, backers, we are asking you to see this fund and make it a reality for our students of Acadiana, not just our school, Acadiana community, where they do not have to feel judged or feel uncomfortable. They are included in their own environment. $3,500. The fourth part is of the 24-Hour Citizens Project is just do it. So this is what we're doing. Let's get groovy, Acadiana. We're gonna do a silent disco, sensory friendly, meeting the needs of all of our unique population so they can be accepted, understood, and celebrated. So what is a silent disco? In a nutshell, a silent disco is wireless headphones, individualized sounds, open friend circles, what all expectations and of social norms, nonverbal communication, a comfortable zone, because he's pulling the plug on me in a second, so interactive with music. They own their night. It is their night to shine. It is their night to be their own person. Where does your money go? Here's our venue, DJs, refreshments, headphone rental. We already have the event selected, Wonderland Art Studio, on April 6th of next year. So we're asking you, give our kids a silent dance.
Do we have any questions from the backers?
So can you tell us a little bit about your sustainability plan if you were to get funded this year? Obviously, there would probably be requests for future events. So what has been worked into your plan to keep this going if it's a success?
Yes. So you're going to plant the seed and we're going to make it grow. We're going to make it grow by including all of the community in Acadiana. The 24-Hour Citizen Project helped us connect with other organizations that have the same need, but are smaller organizations in the community, like Basin Art, some of the Family Tree. We have some of our students that their therapists come into on our campus, so they're already looking forward to this. So we're going to branch out into all of those ways. The sustainability side is for fundraising. We have some ideas in the make. We are open to any suggestions, so, but those are not yet in place because we haven't done it yet. Any other questions?
Anybody else?
No?
Yep, I had one.
See. I'm sorry.
Hey, first of all, great job. Thank you for your presentation. Can you tell us a little bit more about your school and how you're going to do outreach to students across Lafayette and Acadiana who would participate in your prom?
Sure. So Education Destination started 10 years ago. I've been in the education field for 24 years with special needs students. And we have a K through 12 program. We have graduates. We have one on stage right now who is now one of our teacher's aides. So she's come full circle. And our students have gone on into higher education at Nichols, SLCC, UL, and so forth. So we are a K through 12 nonprofit. We're not affiliated with the state. So where our only funding is through donations and tuition. So that's why we could not fund it in ourselves. Our school is very small. It's 30 students. We're looking to grow. I'm sorry, you're going to have to tell me the next part of your question. How to spread it within the community? Was that?
I was asking, how are you going to reach out to students who are not a part of your school?
Yes.
To bring them
So
into the event?
in the obvious, like the media, we work with BWPR, our PR department, very closely. So they're good with the media. Radio, DJ Digital is now a personal friend. I think I can say that now. So
I got it.
and we have already have feelers within the community and outside from this project. So it's been amazing. Any other questions?
Do you have a goal for how many attendees you want to get to this event?
Sure. So the reason why we chose the venue that we chose is because it has a cap off. So in our first year, it just made it a budget-friendly event. So we're going to go from the first year, and then as the need progresses, we can look at bigger venues. That answer the question?
Approximation.
Oh, 100. I'm sorry, 100. Yes, to start 100. Sorry.
Any other questions from the backers?
Yeah. No.
All right, guys, let's give it up
Thank you.
for Kelly Landry.
Sensory Grooves, ladies and gentlemen. All right, extra props for going first, by the way. Someone's always got to go first, especially at a dance. Like, someone's got to play the freeze, then everybody gets out there, and everybody's there. Who's ready for the second citizen team? Make some noise. Led by Alton Trahan. Give it up, Barbers, Boys, and Books. Staying sharp for literacy. Let's go.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Alton Trahan. I'm with the 100 Black Men. But our team is Team Barbershop, Books, and Boys, staying sharp for literacy. So tonight, we're going to talk about the 100 briefly, just what we do. We've been around since 2009. Our organization is involved in mentoring, education, health and wellness, as well as economic empowerment. But today, we're concerned about literacy within our community, and particularly African American community on the north side of Lafayette, which is our concern. Look on the board, you see the literacy rates we're concerned about. Lafayette Parish, from K to 3, you see that it's 46% below in 3rd grade. But it's a kindergarten that we're concerned about, 79% below grade average. Within the north side, there are some schools, as you see behind me, very, the percentage-wise, as far as for being below grade level or high, which is what we're trying to target and address. It's a very concern for us because we know what the power of reading is. It improves, number one, literacy, increases vocabulary, enhances your knowledge, as well as decreases stress and improve communication skills. What's the pitch? So Team Barbershop, Boys and Books, staying sharp for literacy is wanting to install many libraries in barbershops and salons. Our barber, Mr. Josh, is with us right here with his son Jude. This is the setup. Jude! So Mr. Jude. All right. So we're wanting to install many libraries inside barbershops. We have connected with at least 15 barbers, 15 different locations within Lafayette, thanks to Josh, who's our barber, who's participating with our team, in order to install these items. Our budget and what we're asking for is $2,400. The bookshelf that you see before you is about $45 a unit. So at 15 of those, we're looking at $675 to set up. In the books, we estimate about $100 per book to set up in each unit. It's about $1,500. And then, of course, an incentives chest. What's important about reading is we know we must incentivize our kids to read, particularly that target area that we're looking at. So we're looking at putting incentive chests inside each one of the 15 locations, so then it incentivizes them to want to read the book, like Jude is doing, but also get a treat at the end of it. So we ask that you join our team, Team Barbershop Books and Bars, and stay sharp for literacy and support our project. We thank you very much.
Great job, Alton. Any questions from the backers?
Alton, can you tell us a little bit about the sustainability of this project?
Yes, so what we're looking at doing is we have put in place, number one, the barbershops, the buy-in from the barbershops. Josh himself, well, we used to do a big organization called Cut for Kids. Josh has been connected with that for 15 years plus. So we have right now 15 confirmed that they have the buy-in. So they're willing to not only set up the bookshelves in their shops, but also pitch in as well. In addition to that, we looked into how do we continue the books, because that's what we're concerned about, is hardcover books, so it's a little bit more expensive, but how do we get our hands on books? So I've spoken with the library to see when do they donate books and how can we purchase them from the organization perspective. And then also book drives, we also discussed about doing continuing book drives in the community. But here's what happens. Because we spend, and I say we, being the African American community in particular, like Josh would tell you, upwards between an hour and a half, they're gonna buy into this program because it's about reading and it's about kids. So all the initiatives that we've been involved in with the 100, we have community buy-in in large. So we anticipate not only these 15 that Josh has confirmed, but he told me just a while ago he's up to about 25, and they want to pitch in and help. So then the sustainability is definitely looking at that. We're also looking into the tracking part because it's important for us to track who reads, how many readers we have, and that engagement piece. So we're gonna have a sign up inside for each one of the barbershops. So a young man like Jude will sign his name on it, read a book. When he's done, goes into the treasure chest that we're gonna put to incentivize, get something out of it, and be happy.
Great presentation. I love the haircut going on. That's awesome. Trying to promote literacy, obviously children are going to need someone to help them read.
Yes.
Is the expectation that the parent that is in the shop with them will help with that? Or is there a chance to have the children bring the books home and return them on some sort of policy?
So your first point is how do we get them or encourage or help them read? Yes, the parents are there, would help them read, but part of this program is to provide information and material to the barbers to talk about mentoring. Since we are a major mentoring organization, as he sits in the barbershop and he's trying to read that word, Josh is there to help him read, right? To identify the words and pronunciation. And also, like Josh mentioned to us, part of his role is to educate, but also to get in there and kind of help them along comprehension-wise. So that's what we're looking into, the parents, obviously, but also having the barbers part of a bigger and a larger mentoring piece, because even as big as our organization, we can't mentor every kid, but we know access is in the barbershops in those neighborhoods, and Josh would be the one, and him and other barbers to reach it, so, yep.
Hey, quick question. Have you guys tested out this idea as a dry run, and how have the kids perceived this? Was there a lot of engagement?
I'll turn it over to Josh, because Josh began one, right, Josh?
Yeah, it was a coincidence that I had put up a mini library in the shop where I work on a Monday, and then they called me on the Wednesday with the idea. I was like, wow, that's a great idea.
And so his son, obviously, in the picture you seen, I went in there like Saturday, 2 Saturdays ago, not knowing his son was in the shop, Mr. Jude. As you can tell, he's very articulate, and he was reading Mickey Mouse while his daddy was cutting his hair. I said, man, this is perfect timing, so I took a few pictures. So Hair Shop has. I think there may be a couple others that had looked into it. I've been in beauty salons. So then for you ladies, we're not discounting females. We are going to put them in beauty salons as well. So not just for young men, but for the young ladies as well.
Anybody else from the backers? We got about a minute. Anybody from the crowd have a question for Alton?
Yeah, we got one here.
Can we hear from Jude? What's your favorite book, Jude?
My favorite book is Mickey Mouse and Lightning McQueen.
Y'all, let's give it up for Barbershop's Boys and Books.
Wow.
Huh?
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, Alton Chauha, Barbers, Boys, and Books, and Jude. It made me think about like trips to the barbershop and you get the Highlights magazine and someone did the puzzle already. This is a way better experience, I'm just saying. Slight jealousy, a little bit. But who's ready for team number 3? Led by Whitney Story. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, Acadiana Art Closet.
Hello, so glad to be here. So we are a team Acadiana Art Closet, little free library for art supplies. So we are led by like 3 kind of main values, and that is equity. We want to make art available to everyone, regardless of place, regardless of skill. We want this to be self-sustaining mutual aid, so that's why we're basing it off the little free library model. And then we really want this to be a community thing. So we're going to talk about how we're going to make that happen. So why? First, each of us has a unique story leading us to believe in the arts. So I'm a lifelong art person with too many art supplies. Monet is a therapist. She uses a lot of art in her work with her clients. And then Missy is the art teacher at our art academy, J. Wallace James. So we all are aware of the power of art. Also, we are women of science. We like research. So there's some citations for you to look up later to see the power of art. So also, if you have ever wanted to try a new art out, first of all, it is expensive. Second of all, it is stressful. What do you buy? What do you need? What do you not need? The art closet can help with this. Want to try something out? Check the art closet, see if it's in there, see if you like it, and then go from there. The other thing, how many of y'all have art supplies that you are no longer using somewhere in a closet, kind of tucked away? No shame, no shame. So this is an opportunity for you to share your supplies that you're no longer using. So here's the problem. In Acadiana, you'll see the little pin drops. That's where you can buy art supplies. There's a lot of Acadiana missing. So there is one art closet. The art closet is already existing. It's about there. Still, we're missing a lot of areas. We are looking to target these very formally named 5 art deserts. So this is our plan. We're looking for community spaces. We want the community to take ownership of these art closets with our help getting it started. So this is our budget. We're looking at 5 art closets to start in these community spaces. Part of the equity is going to be to provide the materials and pay for the labor for building these art closets, and then to be able to buy quality art supplies to get it started and to sustain little drop-ins here and there throughout the first year. So that's what we're looking at there. We have lots of long-term plans to keep it going. Stewardship, Patreon. Patreon's launching tonight, so you can find us on social media, join our Patreon. So Lafayette Public Library has already agreed to let us have a donation box there. We've got some partnerships going at UL. We've got a partnership going with Josh Edmond, who just got a school board seat. So we are, people are into it. We're going for it. So that's our project. We'd love to get you involved.
Any questions from the backers?
Hey, this is Eric. I would recommend, I can't speak on behalf of the school board. It's been a while since I was on the Lafayette Parish School Board, but I would recommend that you pitch this to them. The school board has a very large budget, and what you're asking for probably could fit in that budget somewhere. And with the art academies that we have, I think it is easily justifiable for them to help for the sustainability. That's
Thank
it.
you for that feedback. Yeah, so one of the plans is to have it at our first one at J. Wallace James. So we're channeling that energy. So thank you for that.
Any other questions from the backers?
I could see the art supplies going pretty fast. What is the plan to replenish the supplies?
Very good question. So we talked about stewards of the art closet, and so that would be somebody who maybe takes personal accountability over it. We would support them in our role, and we envision that looking like people stopping by maybe once a week to see what the supply looks like, what the needs are, what needs to be tossed, and kind of getting back to us and working with them in that way. And lots of donations, yes, yes.
Any other questions?
I just have a quick suggestion. Great that you have a QR code, but since we're all sitting in a room, you might want to encourage people to quickly take out their phones and follow you right now.
Yes, please.
Got a quick question for you guys. Love the idea. Can you tell us a little bit how you measure impact on the communities that you're trying to serve?
That's a really good question. I think because we all grew up as lifelong artists, we know the value and the impact of being able to express yourself. Particularly in my practice, sometimes words fail us to be able to express the things we've been through, and where words fail, art shows up in a big way. And so we kind of thought about, well, what would it have been like for us if we hadn't had access to art as kids? And so that was the big motivating factor. And it's not just for kids, it's for everybody. And so I hope that answers it.
Yeah, we're also going to encourage people who use supplies from the art closet to share their work on social media and tag us, and then we'll be able to share. And then the idea is that as this grows, because it's gonna, we'll be able to do like voting on best art closet artwork of the week and provide little prizes and stuff like that. So we'll be able to see it directly on social media.
Any other questions?
So for those of us that are not creative and computer nerds and know nothing about art, are there any plans to kind of mentor or include like certain examples or activities that are in there so that maybe
yes,
sparks
that's a really
some
good
ideas?
question. So one of our experts last night was with the public library, and she wanted us to make sure that we really promoted the programs that they offer at the public library. And so I believe it's called, is it LinkedIn? Yeah, yes. So there's like these LinkedIn classes that you can take the supplies from the art closet, and then you can go and be like mentored via the internet, which is really cool. So there are ways to access it and kind of practice a different art.
And then another idea, local artists in the room and out of the room. I love the idea of doing like Facebook or Instagram lives where they can show how to do something, and then we have little kits that set up in the library so people can go grab it and then follow the video and do stuff. So I think there's so much room for that kind of stuff.
Any other questions from the backers? We got enough time for one question from the audience.
I have a whole room dedicated in half of my garage. Could we make arrangements for someone to come
Absolutely.
Okay. Butch is my nephew, so.
Awesome. Guys, let's give it up for Team Acadiana Art Closet. Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Whitney and the Acadiana Art Closet. This is good stuff. This is really good stuff. I know we're all about making change and effective, and I don't want to redraw any maps tonight, but Scottish, Broussard-ish, South-South? I know it wasn't their focus, but like I felt seen. I really did. Who's ready to dance? Who's ready for group number 4, Kelsey Billiot and Dance in Lafayette?
Everyone, my name is Kelsey Billiot. I'm a teaching artist here in Lafayette Parish, and before we get into all of this, let us take a breath together. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Take another breath. Drop your shoulders down, you know they're too high. Squeeze them at the top. Squeeze, move with me. Drop your shoulders. Squeeze them at the top. Drop your shoulders. Sway your head side to side. Look at us dancing. Okay, add the shoulders. This can be you. This can be you. Okay, freeze. Thank you. Thank you for moving with me. Okay. We want to bring dance to Art Walk through a downtown dance crawl. Okay? The idea is outdoor classes. We're looking to make 4 designated stops along the way where you can just be walking along your merry way and, oh, you walk into a dance lesson. All kind of different styles with teaching artists here in our community, and it's a low barrier to entry. You don't have to know the jive, but you can all move together. And we're looking at, like I said, 4 stops for lessons. We'd like to do a follow-up event also at Art Walk with professional companies and dancers here in our community doing snippets of performances or shows they have coming up, so you'll get an up-close, in-person dance performance at Art Walk. If you're out there tonight, you can see paintings and pottery and all kind of visual art, but dance is art too, and we kind of have a bubbling dance community in Lafayette right now, so we need to know who they are. Why? Because you can see dance everywhere. Farther back in ancient civilization, you can point to every culture, and they all have their own moves. That's because it's a sign of wellness and vitality in a culture. We know that here in Lafayette. That's why we're two-stepping all over the place, because it's fun and it feels good. For me, I've been dancing my whole life. I really believe that I have to dance to be well. I have to do this to express and figure out what's going on in my head, and I've had a really good time sharing my dance here in the Lafayette community for the last decade. We are asking for $2,800. First, we want to pay the artist. Woohoo! We would like to pay the lead teaching artist, and we would also like to pay the groups of 3 to 5 collective or company members that come to share and perform with us. We're asking for a budget for a photographer and videographer to document the whole thing and the community moves you come up with. And we're also looking at a marketing budget for designing a map with all of the stops and also the galleries who are open at Art Walk, some signage, some printing of flyers, and Facebook ads. So, I can't wait to dance with you at Art Walk.
Will this take place at every Art Walk or certain ones?
Yes, I would like it to be March and October Art Walk. So every year, ideally, it's dance Art Walk. And we have a rotating roster of the teaching artists and the performers. So whoever is happening, traveling, have shows coming up, active at the time or relevant, will be asked to join in for this.
So this budget is for a year or for one?
This is for 1 year, March and October. Okay. We're hoping to keep it going through sponsorships, maybe collaborations with DLU or the ACA where I hang out a lot. So that's our idea.
Any other questions from the backers? How about a question or two from the audience? Y'all want to make this real easy on Kelsey. All right, that's it. Let's give it up for Kelsey Billiot, guys.
Great job, ladies. Kelsey trying to dance in Lafayette. I love it. It's good stuff. All right, this is the halfway-ish point, which is good. A lot of good ideas. Who's been to a wedding recently? It's wedding season. It's not so hot. You don't have like that trail of sweat. Who's ever watched or done this where like someone sees a line dance going on and then they figure it out like while it's happening, and then by the time they figure it out, the song, I see it a lot. So I'm just like, that's all I thought about the entire time. Like just someone learning the freeze for the first time. So second time we've mentioned that tonight. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, who's ready for group number 5? Led by Colton Campitelli.
Yeah!
Abby's Acre.
All right, good evening, everybody. How are we? All right, yeah. So I want to take a quick second before I get started. Time hasn't started yet. I wanted to wish a happy Veterans Day to all my fellow vets in the audience. Happy Us Day. And to our resident Marine, happy belated birthday. The Marine Corps birthday was yesterday. I hope you were able to eat all your favorite flavor of crayons. All right, so who are we? My name is Colton Campitelli. I'm the CEO and founder of Abby's Acre. We're a veteran nonprofit that focuses on regenerative agriculture to help heal mental health. The program we're putting in front of you guys today is the backyard box for bats, birds, bees, bugs, brains, butterflies, beetles. B6 for short. What is the B6 project other than a masterpiece of alliteration? It is to provide ecological boost kits to veterans in the north of Lafayette, primarily Freetown and the north side. What is a ecological boost kit, you might ask? Thank you for asking. Oh. So, it's a kit. It is a physical box that we have designed that specifically invites native insects and animals and all kinds of other fun things into your yard. It helps promote a little bit of peace and tranquility. One of the things we're really proud of for this project is where we source all of our materials from. Mainly our wood and lumber is from Live Edge. It is a place out in Cameron Street. It's veteran owned, and we are able to get a lot of the post cuts from wood that's from the Acadiana area, as well as sourcing everything else locally and veteran as well. All right, so why did we pick these boxes? Why do we think they're important? At Abby's Acre, we are a regenerative agriculture nonprofit. Regenerative agriculture follows these 5 principles. The B6 project falls in the diversity category, which is something we all love in Lafayette very much. I would say that's probably the thing that I love the most about this town is how diverse our cultures are and how diverse the people are. We think that should carry over into your yards and gardens. Why is that a good thing? So we have a lot of benefits up here. I'm not going to read all of them. However, the one thing that we think is the most important for us vets is the communication with our community. One of the big problems that we have when we get back and when we get out is being able to reintegrate into society. This gives us an opportunity to talk to our friends, talk to our neighbors, share our passion for regenerative agriculture and gardening, but it also helps us care about the people to the left and the right of us again. And that's one of the biggest things that we all felt while we were in the service, and it's something that we get to enjoy later on. These are all really incredible solutions to a lot of problems, but it's not the problem we're trying to fix. So, 16.8, that's how many veterans and service members take their own lives every day. These boxes might seem like a very small drop in a very large bucket, but we think that's the right step in the right direction to be able to get this down to 0. So, how are we going to do it? Our ask is $3,200. The payoff is going to be 15 of these full kits. Now again, these include the bat box, the birdhouse, native starts, as well as a worm farm. Now, on top of that, this is groundwork for us to continue more projects. This is something that's going to be a springboard for us to be able to continue our organization, and we can reach further out from not even just the Macomb-Vizay, Freetown areas, but we can start hitting Scott-ish and all the other areas around. So, what's the future for us? We're going to start with these the bird and bat boxes. Eventually, we'd like to see large-scale urban agriculture in the heart of Lafayette, preferably on the north side where there's a food desert, and eventually working up towards our own farm stand, permanent farm stand. Think of it as a fresh market that's a grocery store that year-round, but follows the same regenerative principles that we have, good food for good people. I really appreciate you guys coming out today, and thank you very much. And if you know a vet, call them and tell them you love them. Thank you very much, guys.
Any questions from the backers?
Great presentation. First, thank you all for your service and everything you've done for us. Outstanding. Could you go into a little more detail about the positive effects it has for veterans coming back and how this work is beneficial?
Yeah, absolutely. So just speaking from personal experience, I got my teeth, or cut my teeth doing search and rescue and air ambulance and medevac. That was a job that I poured my whole heart and soul into. I did it while I was in the Navy, and actually that's how I ended up in Louisiana, was doing search and rescue and medevac for the oil companies. I was recently, well, I say recently, last couple of years, I was rated 100% disabled through the VA. And I started realizing that that's a job that I necessarily couldn't do anymore, and I still wanted to be able to get back to the community. The reason I picked gardening and regenerative agriculture was it was a chance for me to share the things that really helped calm me down. I suffer from PTSD along with a bunch of anxiety issues, and having my garden and my farm, especially in my own yard, that I can go out anytime I'm starting to have anxiety issues, I go outside. I did it today. Actually, that's where I cut all of the flowers and the dried herbs and stuff. Is I just got to go through my garden while I was having a little bit of stress for this, and picked them all, and it helped considerably. So if I get a chance to really share that with the people that are in the organization, that's a really good thing for me.
I don't see any money for tools or like a master carpenter to help these guys do this.
So I'm glad you asked. Shop rental. They're within the Live Edge building. There's a company called Very Good Carpentry. It's run by a good friend of mine called Josh Romero. He has been nice enough to allow us to use his shop. So we like to kick him back a little bit of money, as well as he gives us his expertise. Part of the growth for this program, and actually how the program started, was all of us being able to build these birdhouses ourselves. It was a chance for us to get together, a chance to talk, hang out, and then we all got to take home birdhouses, bat boxes, any number of different things. So for now, Josh is our mentor for all of that. However, ideally once we move into the next site for our farm, we'll be able to build a big enough shed and then come back next year and ask you guys for money for tools.
Cool, thanks.
Any other questions from the backers?
Thanks again for your service. Just to echo Noah's, I'm over here, sorry.
Oh, there you go, you're in the dark.
Yeah, definitely appreciate your guys' service. Can you tell us a little bit about the other nonprofits that are in the community that you might work with in order to have the reach into the veterans community around Lafayette that could benefit from this service?
Yeah, absolutely. So we recently started working with Acadiana Animal Aid, because who doesn't like puppies and kitties? But more specifically, they run a program called the HERO Program. It helps veterans going through addiction recovery, and they come in on Thursdays for about an hour. We meet at Waffle House about an hour before that. We have a really nice breakfast, and then we head over and help the people going through addiction recovery with their time while they're there. They get about an hour, they go walk the dogs, we'll play with the kittens, but it's a chance for us to just sit and talk with them, but if they don't want to talk, we don't say a word. They're actually one of the first large benefactors for this program. They are on about 13 acres, and there's a large corner in the back that's got a pretty wild area that we're going to be cutting trails into and adding all of these birdhouses, bat boxes, bird feeders. We're also going to put some outside their cat cottage to give the cats something to play with. Not play with, look at. But yeah, so Animal Aid's the first one. We also work with the Student Veteran Organization. Siobhan here used to sit on their board and worked very closely with a lot of them. She's been a huge integral part of what we do in our outreach for those people.
Any other questions from the backers? Any questions from the audience? Let's give it up for Addison, guys.
Hi, happy Veterans Day. How will you decide which veterans get to participate
participate in your program?
I mean, we don't have to decide. All of them are welcome. So part of our mission statement is no matter your disability rating, your discharge status, we'll take anybody. If you were, the mission statement says if you shovel the same shit that we did, you're welcome. And everybody has. So again, if you know anybody, it doesn't matter where you've been, what you did. If you were in the trenches with us, you're welcome. So anybody, any veteran, no matter what, they get a chance to receive these boxes. And that's one thing I do want to add. No vet will ever have to pay for these. Moving forward, once we start getting corporate sponsorships, the idea is to price them in such a way that once they're purchased, they'll be able to purchase one for another vet. So again, this is the way we perpetuate it is being able to have the community and have different other organizations help fund us to give it to the individual.
Guys, let's give it up for Team Abby's Acres, huh? Woo.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the veterans one more time. Thank you, guys. The cool thing about veterans, we got to keep them with us because they continue to serve in our community. Eric continues to serve public office. We appreciate you. Service then, service now. So, and also for those wondering, yes, that was Mrs. Doubtfire on his shin. So let's just answer the questions. We're being open, very transparent tonight. We're on the other side of it. We've got 2 more to go. Make some noise, y'all. Coming up, group number 6, led by Gabrielle Keaton. Give it up for Faye Doo-Doo.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Gabrielle Keaton. This is Louie, and we are Team Faye Doo-Doo. With pet ownership on the rise and downtown Lafayette being a place where more and more people want to live, the need for proper pet waste management grows. And as a downtown resident and employee, I have had many firsthand experiences with pet waste being left unattended. The lack of green spaces that we have downtown, there needs to be a solution to help combat this problem, which is why we're proposing pet waste stations. Introducing pet waste stations to downtown Lafayette will not only encourage resident pet owners and visitors to clean up after their dogs, pick up after their dogs, but also communicate to the general public that downtown Lafayette is a clean, care about keeping our public spaces clean, but also we're a pet-friendly environment. Each of these stations will have a dispenser box with waste bags, a trash can, and some informative signage. Forgetting to bring a bag or running out during your walk are some of the most common reasons why pet waste is left unattended. And having these visual reminders will help create a sense of social pressure that will improve compliance. The goal here is that we want to prevent pet waste problems by providing our downtown residents with the means and the motivation to keep their community clean. Contrary to what many believe, pet waste is not fertilizer, and in fact contains harmful bacteria. It can spread diseases, and children are particularly vulnerable in these situations. Well, with the playground soon coming to Parc Sans-Souci, we are going to have many families visiting the downtown area soon. So introducing pet waste stations can be a way to help ensure a safer, cleaner downtown environment for everyone to enjoy when they're visiting. I've had the pleasure of meeting many pups and pet owners over the last few months and have been able to identify some of the key hotspots in our area. This project would deploy 10 pet waste stations strategically placed throughout our downtown area in high foot trafficked areas, but also we want to strategically place these pet waste stations next to already existing trash cans because we want to work with the city to help maintain these stations, changing them weekly and adding them to their already routine pickup that they're doing. Here we've calculated the cost of deploying 10 pet waste stations as well as the cost of the first year of supplies that we expect to be used. And there's some special signage that you'll get to see later. How did we get that number? Well, we budgeted for the year if 5 bags were used at each station daily, and these trash can liners were being changed weekly. This first year will be important as it is a trial period, and we're going to pilot this so we can then really find out the usage, find out how are these being utilized so we can get an exact number to turn around and pitch annual sponsorships that would then cover the cost of waste bags and liners moving forward. Not all downtown projects need to be funded by the city or by DDA. And if the community comes together tonight, this is a problem that we can solve right here. It's also important to me that these pet waste stations complement the vibrancy and the culture of our unique downtown area, which is why I would like for them to have some special signage. Informative, creative, and will also catch the attention of many. I really do believe that if we bring pet waste stations to downtown Lafayette, we are creating a more welcoming environment for people and their pups to want to come live, work, and play. Thank you. Thank you.
Guys, how about a round of applause for Gabrielle's boyfriend, Zach?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This is commitment, so I just want to say thank you, Zach.
Best Boyfriend Award.
So speaking to you guys before the event, I thought it was cool how you did your research on the hotspots. Can you kind of share that with the crowd?
Absolutely. So over the last few months, let's see if we can go back. Well, that's one, but we can even go back to the first one. Over the last few months, I live and I work downtown, so I'm constantly bringing Louie on walks, and anytime that I've seen someone downtown, I took that opportunity to, one, ask them, hey, can I take your picture so I can include it in my presentation? But two, where are your dog using the bathroom? Because this is a problem that's happening, and more and more people are bringing their dogs downtown. More and more people are choosing to come live downtown, and with more residential projects in the works, there needs to be a solution to help prevent the influx of pet waste that's about to come.
You mentioned that the canisters would be placed near city trash cans so that the city can pick them up. Have you all reached an agreement with the city, and will there be a cost incurred for that?
So we have not yet got a commitment from the city. However, I am confident. Last night, I was able to speak with LCG representatives for the first time and was informed that they're currently already maintaining waste stations similar to this in other parks here in Lafayette area. Those stations started and were also privately funded.
Are you going to be the sole maintainer of this for the first year?
Yes, my boyfriend and I. So I...
Yes.
Anything else to add?
Anything else?
Any other questions from the backers? We have time for one audience question. Y'all gonna make me travel, Ann.
I was just curious if the plastic bags were biodegradable.
Yes, they will in fact be biodegradable bags.
Anybody else from the audience? One more quick question. Oh, goodness, Ann.
All right. Are we sure that once a week is enough from a smell perspective?
So that's essentially why we have this first year to be a trial period. It's going to be a pilot period for us to gauge, okay, is weekly enough to be changing, or do we need to add a second day into that? So that will all be done in the first year of research.
All right, let's give it up for Team Faye. Do.
Great job, Gabrielle and Zach. Can we give it up for Zach? I'm still managing the, take another one. I can't take 7 Instagram pictures, but that's main character energy right there. Ladies and gentlemen, we're down to the final citizen team. Are we ready? led by Reality Pain. Give it up. Team number 7, Renewed Mindset Academy.
Hello.
Mm-mm.
We are ready. Good afternoon, everyone. Raise your hand if you have a daughter or a teenage girl who you love. Thank you. Now, what I will not ask you to do is raise your hand if that girl is continuously isolating themselves in their room. Because the CDC actually released data stating that 3 in 5 girls are experiencing feelings of persistent hopelessness and sadness. This same study also goes on to tell us that 1 in 3 girls are also seriously considering attempting suicide. So to combat these statistics, we have created the Renewed Mindset Academy for teens, using our over 20 years of experience combined, already serving the teen community. This is important to us because we know if we want to see a better future for the girls in Acadiana of tomorrow, we need to invest in their mental health today. So to do this, we are proposing a one-day academy event that will be starting only as a one-day event, happening on UL's campus, where we will get the girls immersed in engagement, education, and empowerment. The way we're gonna do that, we're gonna focus on our biggest initiative, which is that of our engagement piece. So upon the girls coming to the event, we're gonna immediately immerse them into small group activities because we want to begin cultivating those connections between them and other students as well as community members. This is important because we want the girls through conversation to see, though a girl may not look like you, though her lifestyle may not be the same as you, all of them are experiencing the same things and share the same fears, but nobody is talking about it. Thank you. So, what we want to do, we know that mental health does not discriminate based on socioeconomic status, zoning, or based on the school you attend. So that is not going to be a limiting factor for our program. We want to empower all the girls of Acadiana. But to do that, we also need to keep our education piece. So that's our next big initiative where we will have a mental health professional come and speak to our girls and tell them about the impact of social media as well as how to cope with it, because we know right now social media has our teenagers' gaze, and whatever can hold their gaze will hold their heart. And we don't want that for our girls in Acadiana, so we want them to learn that there is more to life and to them than what they see on social media, and that they can be more than the fake images that people are pushing of their lives on social media. Our last big initiative is that of our empowerment, and that's where we're gonna have a panel come and talk to our girls and really pour into them. But to do that, we need the help of the backers to get us started. We need you all to legitimize us and get us started with that funding. All of our funding goes directly back into pouring into the girls. We want to give our girls 2 scholarships to leave our program, as well as a wealth of other goodies that they will leave and be able to use We don't want this to be an event where they come, have fun for a day, be poured into, but don't have anything to take away. We are giving all the girls tangible things that they can walk away and use in the future. Why? Because we love our girls in Acadiana, and we know to make them better, we have to invest in them. Thank you.
What is the inspiration behind this idea?
So I'm gonna pass the mic to my wonderful teammate because this is for her.
Thank you. So the inspiration behind this event is because I remember growing up, I was super outgoing, right? So you would never look at me and think I felt sad, because I know that there are girls who do not always look like what they are feeling, which is why parents may be shocked to find out that their girls are involved in these statistics. But because of that, I really wanted to create something where the girls who maybe don't know how to talk about what they're feeling, maybe they feel like they're alone, they can come to a safe space to hear it's not just you, it's multiple girls who feel the same thing, but you don't have anywhere where we can talk about it freely without thinking we're gonna be judged.
You mentioned that this isn't a one-time thing, that you want to continue relationship and give the girls something to take away. Speak on what those takeaways will be and how you're going to continue relationship with these girls.
I think the entire takeaway for my entire team is to continue to mentor these girls, continue to pour into them. And we don't want to just do this with a one-day event. We want to do this monthly. We want to make sure that they're learning about the resources that they have, because again, there's a lot of resources, but most people don't know about them.
Great presentation. I have 3 daughters, so this is something that's really close to my heart. But a question I have is, why scholarships? It seems if you're trying to apply funds to help more people with mental health, scholarships just seems to be kind of off base there.
Absolutely. Hi, thanks for asking that. I am a high school counselor, and so one of the things I see in my senior girls is they are extremely stressed out about funding their college, right? But not all students are 4.0 students. Not all students are great at writing those essays, which we know most scholarships do require of you. So we decided to do something a little different. Just for showing up, you have an opportunity to walk away with this, just because you decided to invest in yourself.
Can you say how many people you'll have at your event, and how will they be selected or recruited to attend?
So we are aiming to have anywhere between 30 and 50 girls attend the event. 40 is our suite number. Now they will be selected based on a first come, first served basis just for this first event, because it is limited capacity. So we're gonna be taking about 12 freshmen, 12 sophomores, juniors, and seniors. But for the people who wanted to attend but may not have been able to attend this first event, what we actually plan to do is keep all of their information, stay in contact with them, so that next year, once we started back up in August, get those small groups rolling again, start doing our monthly initiatives, those same girls can be introduced into the next class that we will be having.
Hi, yes. Have you talked with any teen girls about this event, and have they expressed an interest in attending?
I love that you asked that question. No, I have not talked specifically to teenage girls, but what I will say that we know that this event is a need, because what we know is we all have teenagers in our lives. I actually work with teenage girls at the Clearport Learning Center, where we already offer coaching services to them. So I know that they are feeling alone, because I can't tell you how many times I've gotten pulled to the side after a session and they want to talk deeper about something that they didn't feel comfortable sharing in the session just yet with those girls. So I know it's a need, but thank you for that question, because that would have been awesome to survey them.
All right, I think that's all the questions. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, give it up. Led by Reality Pain, Renewed Mindset Academy, RMA. Wow, incredible. All right, so here's where we're at. This is the part of the show where the backers for 15 minutes, and let me tell y'all, he's keeping good time, the Canadian he-bear right here. Kevin knows exactly what 15 minutes are. We will not go a second shorter or a second over. So right now, grab a t-shirt, grab a drink, head to the bathroom, be back here. Before the 15 minutes are up, the backers are gonna huddle, and we're gonna find out who's gonna win this thing right here. Thank you guys again. 15 minutes, actually 14 and a half minutes right now. And we'll see you back in a bit. All right, we've got less than 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes to go. The backers are huddling. All right, guys, we got about 5 minutes. Last minute drinks, grab a shirt. We still got t-shirts available. Very soft. Very, very flattering. In 5 minutes, the moment we've all been waiting for here. Start to find your seats. All right, it looks like we added 5 more minutes to the clock. This is very tough for the backers. A lot of great ideas. And some of those ideas will be funded. What's up? All right, we're at the real 5-minute mark now. Like I said earlier, judges, the backers, our sponsors, needed more time. Back at the 5-minute mark. Start to find your seats. Let your people know, get back in here. And we're gonna do this thing. Thanks again to our friends at AOC for capturing everything tonight, live streaming, also the ACA. And all of the supporters of our citizen teams, family members, loved ones, colleagues. All right, y'all. We've got the 1 minute countdown approaching. Ladies and gentlemen, find your seats. You see the countdown. And now you don't.
Would you believe me if I told you we got funded projects?
There we go.
Hey, Brandon, I got an idea.
What's your idea, Butch? You have a lot of ideas. What is this idea?
This one's a really good idea. So we've seen all the teams come down the tunnel. How about we let the backers come down the tunnel?
Without the backers, we don't have the 24-Hour Citizen Project. So why don't we give them the same energy that we gave every citizen team right now on your feet?
I agree. Hold on, let me make sure they're ready. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure they're ready. Hold on, let me make sure they're ready. All right, here they come. Let's celebrate the backers loud and proud. Let's go. Give it up for Ben.
Ladies
Erica,
and gentlemen,
Lacey.
The backers are in the building.
Noah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, Mark had that hit.
That's a good idea. Give it up for Butch. That was a really good idea.
Yeah.
A Butch idea.
Hey, I got to give a big shout out to the backers and their generosity in the backer huddle. Give them a round of applause, guys. What an amazing thing that y'all have done for our community. We've got funded projects, right? And it's only appropriate that the backers announce the winners themselves. Do we have checks ready, by the way? We do? Oh, we got them hidden behind the sign.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The first project being announced is going to be done by Ryan Cazares. Give it up for Dr. Cazares, guys.
Cool. All right, I wanted to present this check because this project spoke to me. As a kid, I was extremely painfully quiet and shy, and the only way I could express myself was through drawing and painting. And so I want to give the check for $2,000 to Acadiana Art Closet.
Let's stand up and do the tunnel one more time for Acadiana Art Closet. Backers, go ahead and get in for the picture. Hold on 1 second, hold on. Get in close.
Wow. Give it up one more time, Acadiana Art Closet. First to be funded. But we're not done.
Hey, Digital, we got another project.
We do.
And we're just getting started.
We're just getting started. I like that.
Let's give it up for Lacey and Noah that's going to announce project number 2, guys.
We both get microphones. That's because it's a big announcement. So many great projects tonight, but I think everyone in this room can agree that there should not be a child in our community that does not know how to read. So, congratulations to Barbershop Books and Boys.
Down the tunnel, Josh. Oh, no, no, no. Down the tunnel. Let's go. Down the tunnel. There we go.
There we
Down
go. Get the tunnel. Keep it up.
Ho, ho, hey, 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 hey. Oh, baby, true, just melting hearts. Melting hearts up in here. Congratulations, guys.
Can we give it up for Jude one more time? I think major factor.
My boy crushed it.
My boy, I mean, he
crushed it.
He was it.
All right, Josh and Will, come on up to announce the next project. Come on, we can do better than that. Thank you.
All right, I'm very happy to present this next check. My family, my brother-in-law, they're all active or retired military. I know they could have used something like this, and I'm anxious and excited to see where it can go. And also, today is Veterans Day. So this check for $3,200 goes to Abby's Acre.
There he goes.
All right, y'all give it up. Abby's Acre. Woo. Butch, we're not done yet.
Man.
We're not done yet. That was heavy.
I know.
We're not done yet.
Would it be inappropriate to talk about Colton shorts at the moment?
At this point, Butch.
Unbelievable legs.
At
on
this
that
point.
man. My goodness.
Very exciting tunnel.
All right, back to the projects, huh? What do you say? We've got a fourth project funded, and it doesn't always happen that way.
Nah, this is, I thought we were done. And they were like, wait, no, we're not. We're just getting started, so.
Hey, let's invite Erica and Lizanne up to announce the next project, guys. Round of applause.
Hey, everybody. Great, fantastic initiatives tonight. The Schumacher Family Foundation has recently funded the playground downtown. And, you know, that along with Parish Proud Day, a lot of help me. Close. Emphasis. There we go. The anomia gets me every time in front of a crowd. You know, on the physical parts of downtown, we want people to come downtown. We want people to, you know, not have to go like this when they walk. So we're thrilled to fund Fay Dudu.
Yeah!
All right.
Awesome. You know, one year we're going to make the teams give another speech after they get their check. Huh?
She was ready.
Hey, what a night this has been.
It's been a great night. It's been a really good night, Butch.
We've got another project funded.
Get out.
We sure do. Let's give it up for Tori and Roya, who are going to come and announce this next project. Give them a round of applause, guys.
This has truly been a great night. It gives you the warm and fuzzies and the feel goods. Lafayette has been home to me for years now, and the one thing that I love about Lafayette is just that everyone is here. Everyone has a home, everyone has a place in this community, and what better way than us to fund a project that wants to make sure that our friends with special needs feel included and that they are part of our community and they are loved and felt. So she's back there crying, but sensory grooves, come on up.
How about a round of applause for the backers and their generosity?
Wow.
Guys, what a wonderful event. I want to ask all of our volunteers to come up on stage. There's a lot of people that work so hard to put this together. Kelly, and everybody wants to hide in the back, but anybody that's on our board, our committees, volunteers, come on up. Yeah, go ahead. Come on up, Stephen. Yeah. Guys, give everybody a round of applause. Look, we've been doing this for 7 years.
Hey, Butch.
And this year we've had more applications than ever before. We've had more dollars distributed in a backer huddle than ever before. And we've probably had more people attend the 24-hour Citizen Project than ever before. So help us next year keep breaking ceilings. Thank you so much.
Butch.
The night is concluded.
Butch. Photo. Butch.
I'm going to get in the photo? Goodness.
Hey, do you mind if I come join in?
Oh, Mark needs to get in the photo. Guys, Mark Tasson's been upstairs all night long. Let's give Mark a round of applause. Thank you, guys. Be on the lookout. June 15th, 2024, we'll be releasing applications for new ideas for the community.
Okay. The Fontana Center. Great job. Oh yeah. Well, everyone thinks that's what we do.
Guys, thank you so much, all of you, for your support. If you love what we did tonight, grab a t-shirt, because were you even really here if you didn't get the shirt? Grab a t-shirt. When people ask you about it, tell them about tonight. Follow us on socials. Thanks again to the backers, all citizen teams, and you for showing up and supporting dreams with the 24-Hour Citizen Project. Y'all have a good night.